then just give them estimates. Somersaults for my Benjamins. I got what you need, baby. Skirt and Chevy make a scene, baby. LABB been the team, baby. Women Papa work the team, baby. Look.
So I'm finished, got a handful of minutes through the head, got a bag, now the hands in the business. For my hand is a ticket, talking music for the business. That's a comment.
Hello and welcome to Jardin du Mayfair. Thank you for joining us on another unboxing video. You will rarely find me happier than with one of these gigantic Rolex boxes in front of me. Today we are unboxing the Rolex Cosmograph Daytona 116595RBOW in full Pave diamond. Guys, just a very quick reminder, up to 90% of our viewers are not subscribed. Please support the channel, hit subscribe, and I can keep these videos coming. Okay, it's time. The big box. Whenever you see one of these, you know there's going to be something good inside. And today is no exception. My goodness me. Look at that. A watch fit for a king. This is the Rainbow Daytona on sparkle steroids. Full factory set with cascading multicoloured baguette sapphires forming the bezel and hour markers. If that isn't enough, Rolex have doubled down on the dazzle and added a full diamond Pave dial, shoulders and centre links. Obviously this is going to horrify some, but I have to admit that I really enjoy seeing what Rolex does when it undoes its top shirt button and sets out to make a party. It's so unusual that it makes me smile every time, and this particular watch has me beaming. Beneath the gemstones lie the same Daytona specs that we all know and love. 40mm in diameter, 20mm lug width, 12.5mm thick, and the lug to lug length is 46.5mm. All of the above keeps things wonderfully proportioned and suitable for both female and male wrists. This model is presented in 18-karat Everose gold, which contains 76% gold, copper, silver, and most importantly, 2% platinum. The use of platinum stabilizes the copper and ensures that the rose gold hue does not fade over time. So this is where the Everose moniker comes from, because it stands for Everose, because it stays forever rose. The movement powering the beast is a caliber 4130, which offers a 72-hour power reserve and 44 joules. Although, let's face it, these are not the jewels we're looking at right now, so let's move on to the sapphires and diamonds. Before we start that, I am going to have to get the watch out, because I can't leave it there in its box any longer. For those of you long-term fans of the channel, firstly, thank you very much. Our first ever video was on two Rainbow Daytonas, the rose and the yellow, without the Pave diamonds. That video has since amassed over 200,000 views and has been our most popular video with you guys. So I'm hoping that you might get a bit of buzz out of seeing the daddy of all daddies. To have it here in my hands, I just can't actually believe it's here. I've never seen this model. Of course I haven't. Most people never will. It's extremely special, and I should imagine this would be for a client that is looking to finish a Daytona collection, because this is the end game. Rolex employ both gemologists and gem setters. The gemologists are responsible for quality control on the stones. The gem setters are responsible to setting the stones into the watch. The two complement each other and they work together on the one piece. Rolex gemstones must show no visible inclusions at 10 times magnification. So if you know anything about gemstones, that is serious quality control, and only natural stones are used for the Rainbow Daytona. These are as follows: 36 baguette cut sapphires that are channel set for the bezel, 11 baguette sapphire hour markers, 56 brilliant cut diamonds for the shoulders and crown guards. I tried and failed miserably to make a physical count of the diamonds that went into the dial. After 3 attempts with a loop, I gave up. Sorry guys, but all I can say is there are a lot. Each sapphire is hand selected so that the stones cascade in a perfectly graduated rainbow. Guys, Rolex are so tight on this that the sapphire selected for the hour markers must match the stones set opposite on the bezel. If there's no match, They start again. Many stones are discarded during this process because the colours need to be exact. The tolerance for setting the sapphires into the bezel is no more than 0.02 of a millimetre. That works out at 1/4 of the width of a human hair. This is to ensure that all the stones sit absolutely flush. One of my favourite things about the Rainbow Daytona is when you run your finger across the bezel, it's hard to understand how they've got it so smooth. It's like they're not even there. The setting is truly perfect. Now, if you consider the amount of time and slavish perfectionism that goes into the manufacture of just one Rainbow Daytona, you can start to understand the price tag and the rarity of the beast. Gem set watches are not a new or modern phenomenon. The very first wristwatch ever made was gem set. It was made by Breguet for the Queen of Naples, and it became popular in the post-war era of the 1940s when people were quite rightly celebrating life and survival while giving their finger to the austerity of the war years. Rolex started to add typically sensible and conservative diamond markers to some of their oyster models. In the 50s and by the mid-60s, they were producing full Pave and gem set models in the day-date lines. The Daytona received its first dose of diamonds in 1984 with references 6269, the brilliant cut bezel, and 6270, the baguette bezel. Both of them had Pave dials, so even the most current iterations of gemstone Daytonas can find their roots in the Rolex history books. As the crown so consistently says, evolution, not revolution. Although it attracts plenty of detractors, the Rainbow Daytona is truly an iconic piece in a market flooded with watches that offer a different option to brand classics at varying price points. There is nothing out there that can comfortably offer anything remotely similar, certainly in the Rolex range. The closest that could possibly be aligned with it could be a Hublot Big Bang integrated King Gold Rainbow, but the similarity starts and ends with both being sapphire set. There is no true Pave alternative, and that in my opinion makes the Rainbow Daytona a genuinely special piece, regardless of whether it holds universal appeal, which it absolutely does not. But you know what? I don't hold a universal appeal either, and we're both here. While rainbow love may not be universal, it is a watch that has captured the hearts and wrists of most of the hardcore watch collectors in the celebrity world. Although it is the black dial variant that has appeared on most wrists, including those of Kevin Hart, Mark Wahlberg, John Mayer, LeBron James and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. This all-screaming full petrol model is a much rarer piece, and has so far been spotted on Harry Kane during the 2022 World Cup, well done Harry, and on British rapper Stormzy. So, now time for the meat and potatoes, the price of what I dare say is the craziest Daytona I've ever seen. It is priced at $700,000, and if you would like to contact me about this watch or any of the other watches in stock, you can contact me on the number on screen now. Guys, thank you so much for joining me on this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I have really enjoyed it, as I'm sure you can probably tell. Please do like, comment, share and subscribe, and we'll keep this insane content coming.
Love is love. Love is love.